What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. In this video, we're going to be talking about how there are some massive bets on the call side for NIO Day coming up within the next couple of days. Now, before we get into all of that, if you enjoy this video, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button so you're never late on any one of these new videos that I put out, and you can stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks and maybe even learn about a couple of new ones. Now, if we go over to the chart of NIO and we look at the past 6 months, we can see that it was trading at around $8.20 and ripped up all the way to about $55, the mid 50 range, and had to come back down. Now, this was mainly because of bank downgrades and a Citron short attack. Now, this really had nothing to do with NIO fundamentally as a company. It was basically all of the different institutions thought that the stock price was overextended and overvalued at the current time, and they just saw that it needed to have a pullback, which was pretty healthy. Now, they also had a slight delisting threat, which kind of scared off investors, but NIO's going to have at least 3 years in order to meet the United States accounting standards, and NIO has been open to these standards. They want audits so we can go in and see that their sales are actually legitimate. Now, they also had a share offering, which also caused the stock price to dip, but once investors saw what exactly NIO was going to use the money for, it was going to be research and development and market penetration. They really had a lot of trust in this company and wanted to buy back in, which was smart. They're coming out with new technology and they're expanding into the European market. Now, in addition, NIO also just got a price target raise, about a 22% raise from the current trading level by Bank of America. Now, he cited that the analyst at Bank of America lowered his NIO net loss estimates through 2022 following the company's $3 billion capital raise. Now, he also cites the next major catalyst for the stock will be NIO Day on January 9th. Now, in addition to this, China also said they were going to cut new energy vehicle subsidies by 20% in 2021 on a year-over-year basis, and the reduction is a little bit less for electric vehicles used for public transportation, which is going to cause the subsidy for the current most popular NIO model, the EC6, to go from $3,441 to $2,753. So it's kind of de-incentivizing consumers for buying the NIO products, but if we take a look at all of the new things that NIO is coming out with, I don't think it's going to pose that big of an issue. Now, let's get into some of these massive bets that I have noticed going into NIO Day by looking at the option chain. So if we go over to the option chain, this is going to be the January 15th expiration date, and these are all of the strikes right here. So we can see that the $55 strike, the last price was $270, so that's going to be $270, and there's an open interest of 47,344. Now, that essentially means that there's that many contracts being held in people's brokerage accounts right now, and that amounts to $12.7 million, and 17,000, almost 18,000 of these contracts were traded on the last trading day, which was Christmas Eve. Now, if we go and take a look at the 60s, we can also see that these were trading at $1.69, which is going to be $169, and they had an open interest. Again, that's the amount that's being held in people's brokerage accounts, and they're not exercised or closed, and this is almost 40,000 as well. And we can see over here that 14,000 of these contracts were traded on the last trading day, and this amount is going to be $6.7 million betting on the $60 strike. Now, this is very important since NIO Day is coming up next weekend, and NIO, I'm predicting, is going to have a pretty substantial run-up into this event. Now, these contracts are pretty expensive, and the implied volatility is very high, so you got to be careful with these if you're thinking about getting into them, and I would say that if you're going to get into them, be very careful. The price fluctuation on these is going to be insane. They could go way up, way down really quickly, and you really got to be watching these. That being said, since these are pretty risky, I am going to be playing LI Auto, which is another Chinese electric vehicle company. Now, I am actually in the $35 strike right now. Now, I bought these for around $60, I believe, so I'm up a little bit on these. They were down a little bit on the last trading day, but I'm confident that these are going to get a nice bump this week as a sympathy to the NIO Day run-up. Now, the reason I think these are going to be better contracts is if you look over here, you can see that when NIO went on its absolute moon mission, so did this company. So, and if we go back here, we can see the implied volatility is slightly less for LI than it is for NIO. It's still pretty high, but there's also a higher potential for a gain. If these contracts go in the money, they are going to have a higher percentage gain than if those same NIO contracts that I just showed you went in the money. So these are a higher risk, maybe higher profit potential play. Now let's take a look at what exactly we should be looking out for in the announcements on NIO Day. So the first one is going to be the new sedan, and that's going to be the ET7. So this is essentially going to be the company's fourth mass-produced model, with speculation suggesting it will likely have a coupe design like the Audi A7 or the Tesla Model S. Now that's going to be very important because Tesla has said that 47% of all of their vehicle sales will come from China in the coming years. So if NIO can create a very competitive model and they disclose their price at a very competitive price point, we could see NIO gain a higher market share than Tesla. And NIO already has an advantage in China since China is giving NIO a lot of subsidies and help in order to get into these markets, and is gonna kind of try to keep Tesla out as much as they can if they can help their own electric vehicle company. Now, they're also supposed to upgrade the advanced driver assistance platform to named the NT 2.0, and that is expected to be unveiled at the event and will feature LiDAR technology, which will be very interesting to watch. Now, they're also expected to announce a 150 kilowatt hour battery pack and will likely increase the range of its electric vehicles to over 900 kilometers. Now, this is going to give NIO the top spot in range of all of the electric vehicles in the world. It's going to be between 500 and 600 miles. Now, what's important about this new technology is that they've said that it's going to be compatible with all of the older NIO models. So if we take a look at this article, NIO reaches a deal to build 100 electric vehicle charging and battery swap stations in China. So essentially what they're going to do is they're going to have all of these battery swap stations, and all of the people that have bought NIO cars in the past are going to have the opportunity to swap out their old 100 kilowatt hour battery for the new 150 kilowatt hour battery, which is very good. That kind of serves as an update to their car, and they don't have to go and sell their entire vehicle and get a new one. NIO also has plans for 2021 for European expansion. They are going to try and create a factory in Denmark and have a bunch of dealerships around Europe, as well as charging stations. Now, this is very important since its competitor in China, XPEV, XPeng, it only has delivered vehicles directly to consumers. Now, NIO is ahead of their competitors in this aspect. If they can beat XPeng to the European market, we are going to see them gain a large market share. Their sales numbers will increase a lot, and they're going to be able to use all of these profits to keep coming out with new and better technology. In addition to this, NIO is also working on an autonomous vehicle software. They've actually signed a deal with Mobileye to create robo-taxis in Tel Aviv. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that to see how that process goes, if they can get those fully functional in Tel Aviv and try to get them into all of their actual consumer models. Now, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed what I had for you in this one, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.